the Armenian. 17 career victories, 33 years old, 4 years the elder of Anatoly Tokov.
And as you can see, Mike, in the middle of all that, 5'10", 185, it's virtually identical.
It is indeed. And once again, Michael C. Williams.
For those watching around the world live on the Bellator MMA Global app, we welcome you to Pechanga Resort Casino. The prelims here roll on with 3 5-minute rounds in the middleweight division.
大家好，老师从业中医男科30余年，帮助了数千名海内外华人朋友通过中药调理重回男性雄风。如果你也存在房事时间短、勃起无力、硬度差、中途疲软、肾虚、前列腺炎等问题，现在就加中医老师微信574-993-200，纯中药，一人一方，治根治本，帮助你持续坚挺20至40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃，彻底告别快男软男。记住微信574-993-200。
Using Anatoly Tokov. In charge of the action, your referee, Jason Herzog.
Jason Herzog, our referee, middleweight fight, Anatoly Tokov, a member of Team Fedor and the Alexander Nevsky Sport Club, against Team Musasi's Horacio Darpinian.
First round, fight, are you ready? Fight, are you ready?
Fight! Here we go! Red gloves for Tokov, blue gloves for Darpinian, who has only been stopped once. That was by rear naked choke back in 2011. Tokov has finished 9 of his last 11 victories.
Where Darpinian needs to be very careful is in the stand-up game here. Tokov is super strong. He's fast and explosive, and man, when he hits you with that right hand, he puts people out. There's 2 shots right there with him.
Tokov, one of the young studs of this middleweight division, always inspired to be around Fedor, and yes, in this camp, Fedor Emelianenko has been training. So not only Anatoly, but his brother, who will fight later on our newly called post after the main card.
He's finding a home for that right hand already. And what you're going to have to see out of Darpinian, he's got to move his feet. He cannot stay right in front of him, especially with no head movement like you're seeing right now.
Unbeaten in his last 5 fights, Darpinian. A lot of success with Gaywick Musasi, Gegard's brother, and the team. Costello Van Steen is outstanding as well. But that Armenian connection is what first ignited the Darpinian and Gegard Musasi relationship. 90 seconds into round 1, red gloves Tokov, blue gloves Darpinian. Big swing and a miss.
When you're seeing a fighter take that type of action and that giant swing, it's telling you right now he's not comfortable at all with what's being presented in front of him. He's trying to land the big shot in the stand-up to do something to either create a situation where he actually connects with Tokov and puts him down, or just to create that space for a moment. He needs to be careful, because every time you swing wild, you're open for an attack, and Tokov's going to start to take advantage of that if he sees it.
Tokov with a Bellator victory over former champion Alexander Storm Shlemenko. That was back in October of 2018. We already knew that he was a force to be reckoned with. But when you take on the Storm and you're able to weather it, if you will, you know this kid's got some real skills. 28th professional fight for Darpinian. Oh, he got hammered with a straight right.
That was a big straight right. And this is what, when you're watching someone like Tokov, what I love about what he does is he's so calm and so relaxed, and he knows I don't have to win this fight in the first minute, second minute, fifth minute. I'm just going to let this thing come to me, and when I get an opening, I'm going to attack, and that's what you're seeing him do.
29 years old, 31st professional fight, side control.
Not only side control, put him completely with his back flat on the canvas. That's showing a lot of control by Tokov. Crucifix position.
Winner of 21 of his last 22.
You can see he's blocking with his head, controlling that right arm of Darpinian. The left arm is trapped between his legs. He's trying to turn out of it. And right now he can just open up at will with that right hand, Mike.
Bad position for Horacio Darpinian. Don't forget, top of the hour, 4 great fights live on Paramount Network.
One thing I always look for is a fighter that's, when they're in this position, Roy Nelson is fantastic when it comes to this crucifix position. And it seems natural and easier to hit with a punch. But if you start opening up with elbows, elbows cause a lot of problems for referees. And guys can only take so much. You'll see as they're getting hit with that bone, it makes them start to turn their face away, close their eyes, and that's when the referee's going to start coming in to stop the fight.
40 seconds now on the clock here in round 1. Darpinian pretty much in survival mode.
Well, he's taking a lot of shots, but he's working. Nice big left elbow. Tokov is just completely in control of everything that's happening in this fight. Those shots coming up underneath the arm, you cannot see them, and those do hurt. Those are the ones that will put you out, because when you don't see a punch, it can definitely stun you.
He's got the back. Final seconds of round number 1. Tokov continues to look outstanding inside the Bellator cage. Enough to be a 10-8?
Absolutely. If I was scoring this fight, that is a definite 10-8 round for Tokov. He not only dominated the positioning and where the fight was being fought, he damaged his opponent, hit him with a lot of shots. That's a 10-8 round.
Younger brother Vladimir Tokov will fight later tonight. Second time the brothers are fighting on the same card. They did it at Bellator 218, part of our bonus coverage on the Bellator app and on DAZN.
You can see Darpinian is not coming. He's a normal orthodox style fighter, meaning he stands with his left foot forward. His right hand is his big weapon, but he's switching now, trying to figure out what he needs to do to try to get Tokov either off of him for a second or where he can open up for an attack.
Tokov delivered a straight right. That was the biggest punch of round number 1.
And again,
gets it again.
You can see how far Darpinian goes back. That's telling you that stunned him, and he's trying to gain space to gain time so he can get himself back, get his legs feeling okay. That's smart movement by him, but it's telling the judges, yeah, that one hurt.
And Darpinian is a guy that we know can strike. When you train with Gegard Mousasi, Team Mousasi, train in Holland, you've got some striking skills, to say the least. He got caught in that first round, Big John. As he was throwing a kick, that's when Tokov hit him with the right hand.
And one of the things you're going to see out of Tokov does not want to get into basic clinch positions with Darpinian, because he does have very good judo, a la, a Carlo Parisian of the past, who would utilize those clinch positions to get the takedown. Right now, Darpinian's in a position where all the damage that's been occurring is starting to have take a toll on him, and you're seeing him start to just be diminished in the fight.
We have an Armenian theme going right now.
Yeah.
Carl Parisian. Horacio Darpinian, black belt in judo. Spent time training with the national judo team in Holland. And a national champion in judo. Dutch national champion back in 2005, as we showed you graphically before. Moved to Holland as a refugee at age 13 back in 1999.
You see Tokov
in trouble again, though.
Yeah, Tokov being very heavy with his left hip. Doesn't have a hook. You can see his leg is entwined with the leg of Darpinian. He's just giving a heavy hip ride and starting to land big shots with that right hand.
Rafael Lovato Jr. defeated Darpinian's teammate Gegard Mousasi to become the middleweight champion, and Anatoly Tokov has been pretty vocal, saying he is ready to challenge for the title.
Well, I'll tell you what, with what we're seeing tonight, and you take it at 28-2, he absolutely has a claim to say, I should be the #1 guy that deserves the shot at Lovato Jr.
4-0 in Bellator with 3 finishes.
Yeah, that's doing good work.
That's not bad. And the one man he went the distance with, Alexander Shlemenko, his top pupil, his top student, his teammate, his training partner, Alexander Shlemenko. We will watch Andrei Koreshkov fight in our main event on Paramount Network. That comes your way top of the hour. Past the midway point of this fight, looking to move to full mount.
Yeah, right now he's in quarter guard. You see him, he's still got that foot trap. Tokov just went and stepped all the way across, coming out in side control. This entire fight, he has been the guy deciding where the engagement was going to be held. If it was going to be on the feet or on the ground, he's the one doing all the attacks. Darpinian at this point is a very defensive fighter and is just trying to figure out where he can go. Again, look at the crucifix position. This is where he had him in the first round.
A lot of time to work, partner. 1 minute remaining here in round number 2.
And now he's got it with that right hand, and he's got a heavy right hand, a lot of power in that thing. And even though he can't move his hips, just being able to rear it back, he can bring a lot of power down on top of Darpinian. Yeah, those, see the elbow right there, those are the ones that you hear them when you're inside the cage. You'll hear this almost thumping of a baseball bat hitting something solid. It just alters your perception of that. A guy can only take so much of that, and that's what you're seeing right now with referee Jason Herzog.
And he may stop this fight.
And see, you hear him yell, move.
It is all over. Anatoly Tokov moves to 5-0 inside the Bellator cage.
Я люблю тебя. Всем спасибо.
Just keeps getting better and better.
He's fighting smarter and smarter, especially in the fact that he's not trying to press the fight. He's letting the fight come to him, and he's making great decisions. Take a look at the crucifix here. Traps the arm with the knee. He's already got the other arm with his head basically trapped, so Darpinian cannot block any shots. You can see where both of his arms are at. Not a good position to be in. And then out comes the elbows. The heavy elbows start raining down. Referee Jason Herzog, and this is what I was talking about. When you're the referee and you're inside and you're hearing this, you hear that basic smacking of hard object against hard object, and it tends to make the referee say you can only take so many of this before I'm going to stop the fight. It was actually a very good call by Jason Herzog and a beautiful win for Tokov.
We go back to that phrase used so often. A fighter needs to have the ability to intelligently defend himself.
Hard to do that without your hands.
You got that right. And an ultra impressive performance by Anatoly Tokov. Michael C. Williams will make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, referee Jason Herzog waves off the contest due to unanswered strikes. Officially 4 minutes, 38 seconds. Round number 2, the winner by TKO, Anatoly Tokov.
If he wants to fight for the title, he has made another huge statement, stopping Darpinian in round number 2.